Love is a mysterious emotion. Sometimes it's loud and obvious, but other times it hides behind subtle actions and unspoken words. Many men, especially those who are shy or afraid of rejection, won't openly admit their feelings. Instead, they show their love in small, meaningful ways, hoping you'll notice without them having to say it outright. Have you ever wondered if a guy secretly loves you but just hasn't confessed? Maybe he looks at you a little longer than usual, finds excuses to be around you, or remembers things you mentioned months ago. These small yet powerful behaviors can reveal his hidden emotions. Even if he doesn't say, "I love you," his actions might already be speaking louder than words. In this guide, we'll uncover 12 clear signs that a man is secretly in love with you. If you've been sensing a special connection with someone but aren't sure how he truly feels, these signs will help you decode his heart. Pay attention, his love might be hidden in the little things. 1. He remembers every little detail about you. When a man is secretly in love with you, he remembers every little detail about you, things that others might overlook. This includes small facts, like your favorite coffee order, the way you like your hair, or even a random story you mentioned weeks ago. It's not just about remembering your birthday or big events. He pays attention to the little things because he genuinely cares. For example, if you once mentioned that you love a certain song, he might play it when you're together or casually bring it up in conversation. If you told him about a stressful day at work, he might check in on you later to see how you're feeling. These small acts show that he values you and listens to you attentively. A man who isn't emotionally invested won't remember such minor details, but someone who is secretly in love will. It's because in his mind, everything about you matters. He doesn't just hear you, he truly listens. His ability to recall these details is a subconscious way of showing his affection and deep interest in you, even if he hasn't openly confessed his feelings yet. 2. He finds excuses to be around you all the time. When a man is secretly in love with you, he will always find excuses to be around you. Even when there's no real reason to be near you, he will create one just to spend time with you. This could mean joining a group activity he wouldn't normally be interested in, suddenly showing interest in your hobbies, or frequently bumping into you at places he knows you'll be. For example, if you mention that you're going to a coffee shop after work, he might casually say, "Oh, I love that place. Maybe I'll drop by too." If you need help with something minor, like carrying groceries or fixing your phone, he'll eagerly offer assistance, even if it's something you could easily handle yourself. His actions show that he enjoys your company and wants to be close to you as often as possible. He might not openly admit his feelings, but his constant presence is a clear sign that he's drawn to you. When someone truly likes you, they will naturally want to be around you, even if it means making up little excuses just to see you more often. 3. He gets jealous, but tries to hide it. When a man is secretly in love with you, he might feel jealous when he sees you giving attention to someone else. But instead of openly admitting it, he tries to hide it. His jealousy isn't always obvious, but there are subtle signs that give it away. For example, if you talk about another guy, he might suddenly become quiet or change the subject. He may act uninterested, but his body language, such as tensing up, avoiding eye contact, or fidgeting, can reveal what he's really feeling. Sometimes he might try to downplay the other guy by making jokes about him or pointing out his flaws. Another common sign is that he suddenly starts acting distant or cold when you mention spending time with someone else. He might not say anything directly, but his mood shifts because he doesn't like the idea of you being close to another person. Even though he tries to hide his jealousy, it's a clear indication that he has deep feelings for you. If he truly didn't care, he wouldn't be bothered by your interactions with others. His hidden jealousy shows that he sees you as someone special and wishes he could be the one receiving your full attention. 4. He stares at you when he thinks you're not looking. When a man is secretly in love with you, he can't help but stare at you when he thinks you're not looking. It's an unconscious habit. His eyes naturally follow you because he's drawn to you. Whether you're talking, laughing, or simply sitting quietly, he finds himself admiring you without even realizing it. You might catch him looking at you from across the room, but the moment you make eye contact, he quickly looks away, pretending he wasn't staring. Sometimes he might try to cover it up by acting distracted or suddenly focusing on his phone, but if you pay attention, you'll notice that he does it often. His gaze is different from a casual glance. It's softer, filled with admiration, and sometimes even a little dreamy. He's fascinated by your expressions, your mannerisms, and the way you carry yourself. He stares because he finds you beautiful, not just physically, but in every way. This silent admiration is a strong sign of his hidden feelings. Even if he hasn't confessed his love yet, his eyes reveal what his heart is feeling. After all, the eyes often say what words cannot. 5. He goes out of his way to help you, even with small things. When a man is secretly in love with you, he will always find ways to help you, even with the smallest things. Whether it's carrying something heavy, fixing a minor issue, or offering to do something you didn't even ask for, he wants to make your life easier. His help isn't just about being polite, it's his way of showing care and affection without directly saying, "I love you." For example, if he notices you struggling with your bags, he'll immediately offer to carry them. If your phone battery is low, he might casually hand you his charger. Even in group settings, he will prioritize helping you over others, showing that you hold a special place in his heart. These small acts of kindness might seem ordinary, but when they happen frequently and effortlessly, they reveal his deep feelings. He genuinely enjoys being there for you and wants you to rely on him. His willingness to help, no matter how insignificant the task may be, is a clear sign that he deeply cares about your happiness and well-being. 6. He gets nervous or fidgety when talking to you. When a man is secretly in love with you, he may get nervous or fidgety whenever he talks to you. Even if he's normally confident around others, something about being near you makes him feel different. His hands might shake slightly, he could stumble over his words, or he might fidget with his clothes, phone, or anything nearby. For example, he might play with his watch, run his fingers through his hair, or adjust his shirt while talking to you. If you compliment him, he may blush, look away, or struggle to find the right response. Sometimes, he might even start speaking too fast or too slow, showing that he's overthinking every word. His nervousness comes from caring about how he looks and sounds in front of you. He doesn't want to mess up because your opinion matters to him. Even though he tries to act normal, his body language gives away his feelings. If you notice him getting awkward or fidgety only around you, it's a strong sign that he has deep emotions for you, but isn't sure how to express them yet. His nervousness is proof that you make his heart race in the best way possible. 7. He mirrors your actions and body language. When a man is secretly in love with you, he will unconsciously mirror your actions and body language without even realizing it. This is a psychological phenomenon called mirroring, which happens when someone feels deeply connected or attracted to another person. For example, if you take a sip of your drink, he might do the same a few seconds later. If you cross your arms, he might unknowingly mimic your posture. Even the way you speak, your tone, pace, or certain phrases, he may start adopting them over time. These small behaviors show that he's in sync with you and feels comfortable around you. Mirroring is a subconscious way of building rapport and strengthening emotional connections. He's not copying you on purpose. His brain naturally aligns with yours because he admires and likes you. It's his way of subtly bonding with you without using words. If you notice that he reflects your movements, gestures, or speech patterns, it's a powerful sign that he feels a deep attraction towards you. The more he mirrors you, the stronger his unspoken feelings are. 8. He always texts or calls first. When a man is secretly in love with you, he will always text or call first because he genuinely wants to stay connected with you. He doesn't wait for you to reach out. He takes the initiative because talking to you makes his day better. If you notice that he often texts you good morning or checks in to see how your day is going, it's a clear sign that you're always on his mind. He might send you random memes, share a song he thinks you'd like, or just find small excuses to start a conversation. Even if he doesn't have a real reason to text, he'll come up with one just to talk to you. When a guy is interested, he won't play games or make you wonder if he cares. His consistent effort to stay in touch shows that he values your presence in his life. If he calls you to hear your voice or texts you even when he's busy, it means you're special to him. A man who always initiates contact isn't just being friendly. He's trying to strengthen his bond with you. His actions speak louder than words, and they reveal his hidden feelings for you. 9. He laughs at your jokes, even when they're not funny. When a man is secretly in love with you, he will laugh at your jokes, even when they're not funny. His laughter isn't just about the joke itself, it's about his feelings for you. He enjoys seeing you happy and wants to make you feel good, so he responds positively to whatever you say, even if it's not the funniest thing in the world. For example, if you make a silly pun or say something that others might ignore, he'll be the first one to smile or chuckle. If you tease him playfully, he won't get annoyed. He'll laugh along because he enjoys the interaction. His laughter might even be a little extra or exaggerated because he wants to show you that he's engaged in the conversation. This is a subconscious way of building a connection. People tend to laugh more around those they admire or feel comfortable with. If he's always amused by your humor, even when others aren't, it's a sign that he's emotionally invested in you. His laughter isn't just about the joke, it's about you and how much he enjoys your company. 10. He brings up things you said weeks or months ago. When a man is secretly in love with you, he will remember and bring up things you said weeks or even months ago. This shows that he truly listens to you, not just passively, but with real interest and attention. Even the smallest details about you stick in his mind because you matter to him. For example, if you once mentioned your favorite dessert, he might surprise you with it later. If you talked about a big work presentation or an event you were nervous about, he'll check in and ask how it went, even if you mentioned it weeks ago. This proves that your words aren't just background noise to him. They leave a lasting impact. Most people forget small details unless they genuinely care. But when a guy likes you, everything you say becomes important to him. He might casually bring up an old conversation and say, "I remember you told me you love this song." Or, "Didn't you mention wanting to visit that place?" His ability to recall these details shows that you hold a special place in his heart. If he remembers the little things, it's because he's always thinking about you, whether he admits it or not. 11. He changes his behavior when you're around. When a man is secretly in love with you, his behavior changes whenever you're around, sometimes in obvious ways, and sometimes in subtle ones. He might become more energetic, try to act cooler, or even get a little nervous. His natural instincts push him to impress you or hide his true emotions, depending on his personality. For example, if he's usually loud and playful with his friends, he might become more composed and focused when you're nearby. If he's normally shy, he might suddenly try to be more talkative or crack jokes to get your attention. Some guys even start fidgeting, fixing their hair, or adjusting their clothes as soon as you enter the room. His body language might also shift. He'll stand taller, make more eye contact, or position himself closer to you in a group setting. If he's in love but afraid to show it, he might do the opposite and avoid eye contact or seem more reserved because he doesn't want to reveal his feelings. Regardless of how he reacts, the fact that he acts differently around you is a clear sign that you affect him deeply. His emotions are guiding his actions, even if he tries to hide them. 12. He supports you no matter what, even when others don't. When a man is secretly in love with you, he will support you no matter what, even when others don't. His feelings for you make him stand by your side, whether it's in small, everyday situations or major life decisions. For example, if you're chasing a dream that others find unrealistic, he'll be the one encouraging you to go for it. If you're having a tough day, he won't just offer empty words. He'll actually listen, give advice, or find ways to make you feel better. Even when you make mistakes, he won't judge you. Instead, he'll remind you of your worth and help you move forward. His support goes beyond just being nice. It's consistent and unconditional. He doesn't just agree with you to impress you. He genuinely believes in you